GoLoud.
Welcome back to Hold My Drink Extra Juice. As temperatures rise, it's time to refresh your wardrobe, and Penneys has everything you need to do it in style.
From chic and comfortable swim sets to breezy linen co-wards, effortless summer dresses, you'll find the perfect pieces for every occasion in Penneys.
With stylish travel accessories and cozy airport looks that make travelling literally a breeze.
I got a new one actually in Penneys.
Suitcase?
Yeah.
Oh,
What do you call it? Sage green, is it?
yes.
Yes, like that
Gorgeous.
minty sage green. Love it.
Do you see the metal ones? They look like metal, they're not, but they're
The
actually really
silver.
light. Yeah, they're
I
gorgeous.
saw them.
I
And do
need-
you know what I love about a Penny suitcase? It wheels lovely.
Very smooth.
And that's a big thing for me now. It needs to
Same.
wheel nicely.
It needs to have the four-way wheels. Is that what it's called?
yes.
When it can go any direction.
Absolutely.
So whether you're jetting off to sunnier skies or just catching up with friends at home, Penneys literally has your summer style sorted.
You may not be able to predict the Irish weather, as we know, but no matter what the skies are up to, you'll be stealing the spotlight, rain or shine.
So peak or bleak of the week. My peak, I was thinking in the car, I was like, what can it be? That I can finally hear again.
Oh my God, yeah.
It feels so weird. So I'm actually not fully cleared out, but I went to Specsavers. But they basically like suck out your earwax.
How did you even
You're
find
either
out?
going to find that satisfying or
Yeah.
disgusting. Probably both.
How did you find out Specsavers did it?
I looked up ear, because I was looking up, you can go to your doctor and get like flushed out with water.
Okay.
And that kind of freaked me out because you can get like vertigo and stuff. And I was
Right.
like, I don't something like that. So I found this like micro suction thing. And then Specsavers do it.
Brilliant.
So they do both ears and it's like really quick. And it's like a little tool and sounds like a hoover. And it's actually really nice.
Was it?
I was like, is it going to hurt? And he was like, no, it was just really enjoyable.
And did you notice a difference straight after doing it?
Oh my God,
Did
straight
you?
away. I was like, because so basically there's still some left in here. It's so disgusting. Like,
What is it?
and
Wax?
the reason I have it, he was like, people should go their whole life without needing this. Like, you
Okay.
shouldn't, it's not something that you should get every 6 months or
Yeah,
whatever
yeah.
else. Like, but he was like, have you ever been scuba diving? I was like, yeah.
Oh
He
shit.
was like, yeah, and with pressure can push it in and out. And I remember I flew a couple of days after scuba diving or something. So it's
Something we were in
obviously,
Australia. You did it again then
like,
after,
no,
did you?
Egypt.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, so it can move it around and push it into certain places and stuff. Yeah, so that's that. That's
Did you
my-
get to see anything that
Oh,
came
yeah.
out?
Yeah. And the only thing I seen that came out was like, because the other side, it came out in bits, but it's disgusting. But the other one came out in a lump and he was like, yeah, that's not even big compared to what the other side is. Because this side I didn't think was deaf, but he showed me the pic. Like, he looks inside your ear and you can see it on a camera.
Oh my God.
And
Did you TikTok it?
no,
Oh.
no, I could.
No?
There's some things that don't.
No, I'd love to
need
watch
TikTok.
that.
Yeah, but some people are like, she's a fuck.
Yeah.
And I would feel that about myself. But I thought I was fully
Grand
of
in that one.
hearing in that ear. No, I was like, even I hear myself speak, I sound different.
Really?
I swear to God. Yeah,
That's so exciting.
yeah. So then I have to go back because basically some of it was too hard to get out. So I have to go back next week because he said, I was like, can I just leave it now because I feel much better? He was like, no, because that could move and lodge again if you fly or like that. So I'm doing it before
We fly.
I go for a flight to Lisbon. Yeah, so. Yeah, and I can hear again.
Yay.
Even my music on my car, I had to listen to a full volume.
Did you?
And then when I got in the car, I was like, oh, like your ears are nearly sensitive to it.
See,
like.
I always think I've had bad ears, but I wouldn't do anything about it because people always tell me I shout. Like, even if I'm at home.
Really?
Yeah, my mum be like, why are you screaming?
My dad and my brother's like that.
Yeah, they're like, why are you screaming at me? But it's just how I hear myself.
You don't feel like you're screaming?
No, I don't feel like I am. But people have often said to me, like, you don't need to shout at me, like I'm beside you. And I'm like,
Really?
oh, sorry. But it's obviously what I can hear
You can hear, yeah.
isn't that loud.
You go to Specsavers.
That'd be fun.
Honestly.
I would be scared though.
Why?
It's
So,
like-
it's actually, it's
I
kind of
don't
like, you know the way it's nice to a cotton buds?
Yeah, yeah.
It's even nicer with the microsuction, yeah.
That's so
And I just
satisfying.
felt like nice that it was coming out and he was like, you need to basically put drops in your ear now for the next week and
To
then come
loosen
back
it up.
to loosen up, yeah. But like to see the difference in my ear afterwards.
I can't believe you could see the inside of your ear.
And it's mad because you think you can see in someone's ear, but like he goes like around and then on this ear he got a tool. It was like a little like a stick with a little mini dot on the top, and he was like this, and it kind of hurt a little bit. I was like, oh, he's like, it's fine. And then he just kept.
He's like, shut up,
Yeah,
scratch.
shut up. Like wrapping it around and that's how we got the big lump that time that I
Whoa.
seen. With the suction you don't always see it because it goes straight into the pipe.
Yeah,
Whereas
yeah.
this wasn't suction, he just was twisting it.
And just pulled
Like-
it out.
Handy floss.
Yeah.
On a stick.
Just
yeah.
pulled it out of your ear.
Yeah.
So my lady can hear again.
And even things I didn't realise I couldn't hear, I can hear again.
This is a really good start.
Honestly.
Wow.
I don't know how long I've even obviously was deaf properly for a while, but like I don't know how long.
But I wonder what sparked that to come on only a few weeks ago? Because it only happened a few weeks ago, didn't it?
Yeah.
So
Well, I had a bit of I was with sinusy, I was a bit stuffed up every morning. I still actually kind of am like that. I wake up and have to blow my nose.
maybe something to do with that.
Hay feverish vibes, yeah.
But you can hear
But it's so peak.
Yippee!
So happy.
That's a peak of the week. My bleak is I had a fight with a taxi driver on the way into town. And I know we all stereotype taxi drivers and say, like, you don't own the road. But, like, this prick, I really wanted to tell him, you don't
Felt
fucking
like
own the
you
road.
did
Yeah.
talk to him.
No, but I was just throwing hands in the air and then I gave him the finger and I felt really, really cool.
Really awesome.
Yeah, then I was like, wait, was that rude of me? But he wanted me to turn onto a bridge. I'm in town on the Keys.
Yeah, why was he beefing?
So I had to turn right onto a bridge and like it was my turn to go next. But all the cars on the bridge were already backed up. So if I go out and turn right, I'm blocking the other traffic.
Everyone else.
No one can pass me
So
then.
you're in the box basically, is there?
Yeah, I'll be in. Yeah,
Yeah.
there's no box, and I'd also be on the pedestrian crossing. Can't do that either.
No.
So he was beeping at me, and the light was turning, or it was green, and he beeped at me, and I goes, "Where do you want me to go?" As if you can hear
Yeah.
me. You can't hear
Yeah.
me. But I threw my hands. I was like, "Where do you want me to go? Like, I can't go forward. Like,
No.
none of those cars were
Where
moving
did
on
he
the
wanna
bridge.
go around you then?
Don't fucking know. No, he was coming behind me, like same way. He was coming onto the bridge too. So I was like, "Where do you actually want me to go here?"
Oh.
And then it went orange and red, and he beeped at me when it was red as well. And I goes, "Where do you actually want me to go? They still haven't
Literally
moved."
a red light, like.
Yeah, they still haven't moved. I would have blocked all the traffic coming through. Like, where do you actually want me to go? And I could see him like,
He was throwing hands.
yeah. And I was like, "You fucking prick." So I just threw up a middle
Wouldn't you love
finger.
to get out the car one time?
I would love to, and just like
No.
explain to me what you actually want me to do in
do.
this situation.
I think people forget that, like, there's a person in the car and then they'd be like,
He had passengers and all. I was like,
really?
how rude of you. Yeah.
Effing blind.
Fuck him. I was like, no. So that really, and I get a real like sicky belly when I'm in those situations.
Really?
Yeah, I get a real anxious belly
Why? In case.
because I'm just like, no, I hate it. Like,
I know.
I would rarely beep at. Would I? That motorcycle person I did beep at.
Yeah.
Would I? I'm not. Well, actually, and then after that, a car tried to reverse without looking that I was behind her. Had to beep at her as well. I
Yeah,
was like,
people like that, I'd be, if they're doing something dangerous.
yeah.
Beep.
He just really set me off, though. He annoyed me on the way in here, so that was my bleak.
People on the
And then
road.
when I did eventually turn onto the bridge, I did it at like 2 miles an hour. I was like, or 2 kilometres an hour.
I love doing that, driving really slow.
Like,
Then
"Haha,
I hate
yeah."
that.
Just like, wait.
I know.
Just wait.
And there's so many lovely taxi men in the world, but like
I know.
sometimes
I would have loved to have been like, if that was my driving test, I would have failed. I would have automatically
Yeah,
failed. I would have
yeah.
I would have blocked a pedestrian crossing and I would have blocked
Where
a
was it?
road.
On the
Keys, yeah. After that, like,
yeah,
big building with the green.
not O'Connell Bridge.
No, way before that.
Before
Like,
that.
way before the Halfpenny Bridge as well.
Oh yeah.
So, that was
Oh
my
yeah, and then
bleak.
you come up nearly past Vicar Street that way.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. That's where I was.
And that other light doesn't go green for ages either, so you
No,
would have been
so,
literally
like,
stuck blocking
yeah.
everyone.
So, I was right. He was wrong.
F him.
Bleak
I think people are getting worse at driving.
driving. It's mad, isn't
It's
it?
bad.
Maybe we're just getting older and we're getting moanier about driving.
Yeah, maybe. I do
That's-
think that as well.
That's probably what it is too.
Yeah.
We're getting a bit like, oh,
Or maybe I'm getting a really good driver.
yeah.
And now I can see all the flaws. I just hate when someone drives really slow. I know
That is dangerous.
part when it's in little nanny and granddad's fine. But like it's dangerous. You can't be doing that.
No, too slow is dangerous.
Like
You fail your
going
test.
30 and a 50, I'm like, that's not
No,
okay.
too slow.
No one's getting to where they need to go either.
They say to you like, keep up with the traffic.
Yeah.
Don't hold it up.
Yeah.
Like obviously don't go over the speed limit, but keep up with it as well.
Yeah. I remember as a learner being like, how will I ever do 50 kilometres?
Did you see they're actually trying to get rid of learner drivers having to drive with a full licence driver? Yeah.
In Ireland, or
Yeah, in Ireland. Yeah, they're saying, I saw
know
some
about
clip and it was some politician somewhere and he said like he lives in, maybe he's not a politician, I don't actually know what I'm talking about, but he was in some
Yeah.
important room and he was saying he lives in real like rural Clare, down in Clare, and like the learner drivers, like you don't always have someone.
That you can go with.
Yeah, and they're paying so much money for accommodation and all, and like they need to be
True.
able to drive, and there isn't public transport down there, so their only option is to drive.
I don't think that'll get past.
No.
I'd say he's just some rando off the street and is wanting to, and just be randomly like, yeah, I think they shouldn't need that. No, surely not, because imagine only one lesson done, beating around by yourself. I would have crashed multiple times. I hope
Did
that.
you never do it?
No.
Never.
No, never did
Until
it.
you passed, you always had a full license with you.
Yeah, because I don't
Charleen.
I swear to God, I was too scared.
Shut
I
up.
was too scared. And
I drove down to my full license driving test in Nice on my own.
Oh, my mum hurt me.
Yes, on my own in my mum's car.
Scared.
I was like, bye.
Oh no.
Down to Nice. And I was telling somebody that the other week and they were like, well, did they not ask you how did you get down here?
Oh,
And I was like, no.
Well, for all they know, you could have left the person on the side of the road.
Wait there.
That was in the car. With
Yeah.
Oh God. Yeah, I don't think I did.
This was many, many moons ago now, people.
Yeah,
So.
no, I don't think I ever did. I was so scared.
Oh no, I couldn't wait.
Maybe like local area vibes, but I can't. I actually tell in life if I said I did. I don't know.
She's such a good girl.
I was just scared. I was just a bad driver. It took me a long time to feel anyway comfortable.
Really?
Yeah, I just didn't. It wasn't my thing. Like
Oh no.
it's not easy.
Driving.
And I was doing manual.
I love it so much. It's my
so
favourite hobby in the
hard.
world.
At the time, I was like, how will I ever do this? And now I just would do what I'm thinking.
Yeah, you don't even think about
Yeah.
it. Easy peasy.
Peak and bleak after week. Yeah, ended up being peak and bleak. Basically.
Yeah,
Took one each.
bit of both.
So if I was you, we have a segment called If I Was You. And we basically have to give you tough love, the real talk, real advice on a dilemma that comes in. These are all sent in to our email address. And it's homeidrink@goloudnow.com. And this is this week's If I Was You. Things haven't been great between myself and my friends for the past year. We all met through college and are now all around 25, 26. Myself and my closest friend, let's call her A, live outside the city and the rest live in the city and are both in very happy long-term relationships. The girls that live in the city start excluding myself and A from meetups, holidays, etc. Last year, for my birthday, I organised a dinner. The girls showed up late and extremely hungover. This dinner had been booked for a while, so I found it rude that they would show up like this. I had gone to the trouble of organising this to suit everyone, as we all have different work patterns and I felt it wasn't appreciated. At dinner, the girls announced that they were going on holidays the next week and that we could come if we wanted to. Bearing in mind we all have full-time jobs and couldn't do something like this on such short notice. We were really upset by this. Fast forward on a year, we are still being left out of events, concerts, etc. They even organised to go travelling this summer and didn't invite us. One of the girls said to me, we just presumed you wouldn't want to come or have the annual leave without actually inviting me. After this, I was invited to a night out with them, but my friend couldn't attend. When I got to the city, no one was replying to me and I was left standing on a dark street on my own, feeling unsafe and upset. I didn't know where anyone was or what to do. I called my boyfriend to come get me. No one seemed to care that I was on my own and had made the trip especially for the night out. Their excuse was they were too drunk, and I later found out they'd been out all day.
Oh no.
In the past, these girls would have been there for me through bad times such as bereavements, etc. I don't understand why this is happening all of a sudden when we've been friends for so long. I'm usually game for anything and mostly say yes to events. My boyfriend and family tell me they're doing this because they're jealous. I'm trying to use the let them theory, but this is really hurting me. I've recently started investing in myself, getting back to old hobbies, etc. and I've even joined a women's walking group in my area. So cute. I just don't know what to do.
That's not nice. To leave her standing in town on her own? That's
And she travelled all the way in. I feel like she's from like a country where like it would be really long to get into the city.
I think give what you get, girl.
Yeah.
Give what you get, and if it fizzles
100%.
out, it was meant to fizzle out, kind of thing. You can't keep being in this feeling as well of always being like let down or like
Or half invited stuff. Like,
yeah, that's not nice either. We all know that not being invited to things is not nice, but like
yeah.
give what you get off them.
100%.
I wouldn't bother my arse.
No. And like they're literally inviting things last minute just to nearly say that they have.
The
Like,
whole
just tick a
thing of come if you want.
if you want.
hate that.
Or like a week to tell them a holiday a week before.
Yeah,
People
we're going on
have
holidays
jobs.
next week. Do you want to come? If you want. What? You've obviously planned this
And
ages
obviously
ago.
a holiday is planned for so long.
Yeah,
like,
of course. That's not nice.
no.
They're just being bitches.
There's like, is it because so these don't have boyfriends, do they?
Are they the
Yeah,
only
girls.
single ones?
She didn't say, but I think that's what she's saying because she's
Okay.
wrote in very happy long-term relationships. Give what you get, like Ellie said.
Stick with who makes you happy. Like if someone else in the group is
Like your friend.
who's in a long-term
Yeah.
relationship as well, stick with her and the two of you do things on your own. Like, do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? If it's easier for you to gel with someone else and not feel left out of things, do that. Do whatever
Yeah.
makes you feel good.
Life's too short to be
No.
on the outskirts of something that like, or somewhere that in a room that you don't feel wanted in.
Yeah, that's no
that's
one
that.
should feel like that.
And it's so many times, well, if there's one or two instances like or
You
one,
might be able to
you might
brush
be like,
off.
right, that was over there.
Yeah.
Like, they genuinely were hungover, or too drunk, whatever. But like, it seems like a very
No.
reoccurring occurrence.
To leave her standing in town alone and their excuse was we were too drunk to look at our phones.
Yeah.
I'd lose the head.
Don't
Why
like
just standing there on
invite
your own?
someone there, like,
And they were out all day as well, so they clearly planned to go out that day without her.
and told her to come in the
Just
evening
come
time.
later on, like as like a pity invite.
No.
I'd rather no invite than a
Tick of
pity.
the box. Yeah.
No invite than a pity invite. No way, Jose.
Maybe even hoping that she wouldn't come.
Yeah. Just so they can say, well, we asked.
Yeah.
Nah, give what you get
Give what you get.
and gel with who makes you feel happy and not like you're feeling left out. I know it hurts and you'll probably never get like a closure on something like that. It is just people growing up. I know you said you've been friends for years, but like it is just a case of people growing up and growing separately.
Yeah.
Which is sad in one sense. I can see that too, but like
But maybe
You'll
they just
find
were
new
never
friends
your
too.
true friends
yeah.
to begin with.
No.
And don't be afraid of losing like a group either, because I feel
No.
like that's
You always find
Not in a
like
group,
you'll
that's
always
not
find find yourself into a group too as well.
Yeah.
Like as you get older, I was always afraid of like not making friends as I got older. I was
Yeah.
like, oh my god, you have to stick with the same people that you were as
your
a
whole
teenager.
life. Yeah.
You don't.
No.
And sometimes you might even make better friends
Even your
as you get older.
your walking group and all.
That sounds so
I
wholesome.
know. I didn't know that existed.
I wonder do they get coffee and just
I
chat and walk? I like that.
I love
That
that.
would be cute.
Thanks so much to Pennies for sponsoring this episode. You can freshen up your wardrobe now with all of their essential pieces available in your nearest Pennies or Primark store now. I was actually just in there. They have.
You got stunning bits. I saw you got the yellow and white shorts.
Yeah.
I saw them in there and I was like, will I get them? Yeah.
They just remind me of like a deck chair.
I love
Like
them.
a little, like I feel like I've seen a deck chair that colour.
You picked up stunning bits.
Obsessed.
I need to go. Make sure to like, rate and subscribe on whatever podcast platform that you are listening to this on right now. And we love you. Wednesday. Love you. Bye.
Subscribe to this podcast for free on the GoLoud app.